Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, BCUBians. Very happy to see you all, especially Simone and Katie, who always keep the cam on, which I love so much because I would like to see these guys and talk at the same time. There are like more people joining in. I think like we have a good number of people already. So let's kickstart this. Not waiting for more time. So there are a lot of updates, of course, and I will be answering all the question concerning the staking for free bots that is coming very soon, which we are all waiting, even personally myself, because then I don't need to like manually trade sometimes or like wake up in the night just to watch a signal and like what's going on my like on my Binance account. And today in the our group chat, we were actually having a discussion on, I think, 5-year shorts or something. Someone brought up this discussion concerning the COVID vaccines. And actually, I got my 2 doses of vaccine long back, and I never ever had any kind of side effects or anything as such. I never felt anything. And I think probably the antidote for the possible, like side effects was trading in futures, especially with the signals that were that was happening like manual trading, because I was so much into this trading and waking up and looking into it. I didn't pay any attention towards like what was happening in my body. So if anybody are facing any kind of symptoms, there is still 9 days left, or probably 10 or maximum 15 days left until the complete the new bots gets automated. So you can also trade manually and you will not have any symptoms. And this is my promise, because when you're trading, you are so focused and everything is there and you will not know what's going on around the world. Yeah, we have Joe today. Hi, Joe. Since a long time. A lot of average Joes were there here every weekend, but the real Joe was missing. So he is there today. Nice. So we will start with like how we do it every week. I'll give you a little bit of updates about like BTC, little bit updates about like Ethereum, little bit updates about like some altcoins, and then we will go to the question and answer session concerning the new bots which is upcoming. I mean, like the upcoming ML bots, the new generation bots, and the automation process, and all the answers for all of your questions. I mean, like the staking for free bots is completely ready. Actually, we are just testing it now. We would like to test it for like 7 days, 10 days more under different kind of situations. Because imagine like you select altcoin bot to be your free bot, and you just have like $1,000 worth of BCubes. And after 1 month, after like 10 days or 12 days, you will feel like, well, like right now, altcoin is not the trend. So all the trend is in ETH or BTC. You can stop alt bot and you can select something else at any given point of time during the month. So it's not like you selected something and you have to keep it for the entire month. No, you have like absolute flexibility to start and stop the bot at any given point of time. So there are a lot of things that we have done, and this was technologically very challenging. So we are testing this one under different situations, trying different permutations and combinations, but the smart contracts and everything is ready. And payment in BCube and everything, which I will explain to you when we go to this particular thing. So right now, what we are seeing is like a very bullish trend on BTC. It's extremely bullish. And this is what I have been saying since a long time, that BTC is bullish, especially when it crossed 42,500. Now we are almost testing 49,500 levels. And 49,500 is going to be a bit of resistance. We will need a lot of buying pressure there. We will need a lot of, I mean, like volumes to break this level. But I don't think that should be a problem really, because I think momentum is clearly on the upside. We will really cross 49,500 very soon. And the real FOMO and the real increase in the volume, we will see it only when BTC crosses $50,000 mark. Because $50,000 mark is a psychological level. It's not a technical level here. And sometimes technical analysis is also psychology of human beings, because we buy and we sell. If you see any kind of technical indicators like RSI, MACD, or anything as such, they're all mathematical equations. But why they have made it in that way, it's also because of psychological things. And we all trade by taking a technical, like levels into consideration. So that is already embedded in us. It's already there in us, like it's embedded very much into our strategies. So 49,500 and 49,600 can be a little bit of resistance for now, but this also we will be able to break it. And yesterday when BTC suddenly started to rise, millions of dollars of shorts liquidations has happened. Because I don't understand one thing about some traders, actually. When there is a bullish market, they want to short. And when the markets are falling, they want to keep buying and averaging more and more and more. Don't do that. Go with the flow. Don't love anything here. Love the trend. If the trend is upside, just go with that one. And that is where like our bots are going to help us, because although all these things theoretically we know it, but practically we will not be able to apply it, because we are, like emotionally taking certain decisions which will not go in our favor. So that's why we should never short the market, like especially when it is very, very strong. And shorting also, when you do it, you have to do it quite smartly. For example, right now, 49, 150, 49, 200. That's the level what we are seeing right now. So if people want to short, what they have to do is like keeping 50,100 as a stop loss, and then they can short. But short, if they short it now, like the risk is probably 2% or 3% from here. It's not such a big risk actually. But when you're shorting at like 45,000, 44,000, doesn't make sense, because your next resistance point is like way higher. I mean, like it's 10% from 45,500, because it's 49,500, which is the resistance point. So 10% into even like 5x leverage, you will lose 50% of your money if you're trading in futures. So this is where we do mistakes. And that's why shorting is not, it's not bad, but it depends like at what price are you shorting and why you are shorting. Even that is also very important. Right now we are at a very, like at a critical point of breaking this resistance point. So sometimes it can come down, sometimes it can go up, but that doesn't mean like it turned bearish. That doesn't mean like it will keep falling from that point. Absolutely not. As long as BTC is remaining above 49, I mean like 42,500, we are still in the bull run. Everything is just the way it is. There is nothing to worry. Absolutely nothing to worry. And this is what I said 2 days ago on the Telegram channel when BTC was coming to 44,400, that there is nothing to worry. This is the time to load up some of your altcoins, because you can observe Bitcoin and the trend of Bitcoin by seeing the altcoin. In the same way, you can see the trend of altcoin by seeing Bitcoin also. It's mutually related. I'll explain to you how. This is a very simple logic which you need to keep in your mind, and this can help you throughout. I mean, like in your trading career. This is very, very important. Imagine like if Bitcoin is in a big range of a support and a resistance, and in between these 2 points, it is just going around like 42,500, 49,500, right? It's a $7,000 range. Within this range, if BTC is going up and coming down, nothing to worry. It's bullish. And when there is this range, at the lower range, try to enter your altcoins and try to sell it at the higher range. Because if you have seen, most of the altcoins have pumped a lot. I mean, like in between these two ranges, which we are seeing since past couple of days or couple of weeks, it's pumped a lot. Heavily, it's pumped. So make this as a range for you to buy and sell. And if you are having a lot of altcoins, keep this 42,500 levels on Bitcoin as a kind of stop loss. But if Bitcoin breaches that one, should you have to sell? No, not immediately. You have to look at the daily candle close. That is very important, because not just like some kind of $100 coming down and you'll say like, no, it's finished. Like now I will sell everything. Do that. You'll be wrecked again. Absolutely. So once again, wrecked. Congratulations. Don't do that. Just wait for 42,500 and see like the trend, how it's behaving. And if it is that kind of market, which is really going to dump, then you will see huge drop in all the altcoin prices. And when you see like this 15%, 20%, 25%, like falling like cake in very standard coins, this is what exactly we saw in April 2021. Couple of months ago, we reached 64,500. Then we came down a little bit. Then again, we were like 59,500. And we were thinking like, again, it's going towards the all-time high. At that point of time, we saw some of the very, very big coins like GRT, what is that, like a Kawa also, and all these like very good coins like A-listers falling down like anything. And when the altcoins are falling down like anything, just complementing Bitcoin at the same time, which means like something drastically is going to go bad. That is the time when you have to exit your altcoins and shift everything to Bitcoin or shift everything to USDT as you prefer. But USDT, don't prefer it because it's a cancer, right? Anytime it can go to zero. USDT is the most untrusted stable coin, at least for me. So like we are looking at other kind of stable coins also, but it's largely used right now. So we don't have any other choice. Otherwise, it's not a good stable coin. Anyway, you have to convert the stable coin at that point of time. At the same time, when you see the breakout happening, I mean like at 49,500, you will see huge drop in altcoin prices. But don't worry, don't panic. This drop in the prices is not because of actually something is going wrong with the altcoins. Definitely not. When Bitcoin is bullish, normally altcoins will fall down because in terms of Satoshis, actually, it falls down, but not in terms of US dollars. In US dollars, like it will remain the same almost all the time. Sometimes it might come a little bit because people are just selling all their alts and they want to invest in Bitcoins because it's going up so much. But that doesn't mean anything, right? So you just have to wait, because first it is the Bitcoin which will make the move. And after Bitcoin, it will be the Ethereum which will make the move. And after Ethereum, these two coins will go to consolidation phase. And this is the time when altcoin will start to move. So it's one after the other. This is the scenario in a bull market, like how we have now. I mean, like in the scenario which we are seeing now, it's a bull market scenario. If you short here, you will remain short forever. Probably you will lose all the money, still you will be short because you will not be in the market. Probably you will be in the hospital. Somebody will be running a counseling to you, like, and you will be like, I'm short. That type of a scenario. So don't be short in a very, very bullish market. I've been telling about this since the time BTC has crossed 42,500 because we were all waiting for this level to happen and it has happened. Now this is the time to turn bullish. So 42,500, watch out for that level. 49,500, it can be crossed anytime it will be crossed. $50,000, once we touch the psychological point, all the moon boys who left the market last time during this fall, some of them were moon boys, like they didn't leave actually, but they were kicked out of the market. They don't have anything. They're absolutely wrecked now. But still, they will find some money and they will come back to market after it crosses $50,000 because it's psychologically, it will invite everybody. All the medias will again start to talk about, like Bitcoins. All the YouTubers will come out from nowhere actually. You know what, like behind me, there is a wall. Some very important levels when cryptos crosses, they will even come out of my wall actually. I didn't know where they were actually. They just come out from nowhere, from everywhere, speaking all the positive things about the things. So when these people will start to shill about Bitcoin, like where it is going to go, when it was falling to $29,000, everybody was saying like, no, it's coming back to $10,000 and it will be there. And once it crosses $50,000, everybody will speak about $100,000 now, right? So $100,000 is what everybody will be looking for. And this will be an opportunity for many, many, many people to re-enter the markets again, once again. So that's why I'm saying the psychological market is very important. It will again bring that FOMO completely it will be a very big FOMO this time. And when this type of FOMO comes back to the market, we will see improvements in the volumes, because volumes are very, very, very important. Because, like even now with very low volumes, it can go to like all-time high, but that doesn't mean anything, because there is not that much of amount of money which was absorbed by the market. So even very moderate selling can dump the market very hard. Absolutely. So that's why we have to see like this huge volumes happening. I mean, like something like $4 billion on a 24-hour basis on Bitcoin, or $5 billion. This is something which is good. If this happens and if market goes, then all-time high is very much possible. I mean, like in next couple of months or something, we will definitely see that happening. But as of now, a lot of funds are coming. They're buying Bitcoins, they're holding it. And a lot of small investors are also coming now who are buying and holding it. And that is very, very important. They should buy and hold. If big institutions are also doing the same thing, buying and holding, even that is a very, very positive sign. But the worst thing to happen is like not having interest in the market. What we saw like in, like in May and June, people just lost interest. They felt like, no, that's it. It's finished. Like we will be in a crypto winter for next 1.5 to 2 years. Nothing will happen. So let's just sell everything. So that type of sentiment is very bad for the market, because we will not see anything happening. Otherwise, I think like we will be in a good market. Coming to Ethereum, Ethereum, as I have always been saying, that it's a it's a coin like which has multi-purpose. I mean, it's a blockchain play, first of all, and it is the only blockchain which is tried and tested on a large scale, because there are so many like blockchains which has come now, which is among the top 10, top 20 and everything, but they don't have even 10% the traffic of Ethereum, right? They don't have even 10% the traffic of Ethereum. The day they have, then I would like to see how they perform. So these are all, these blockchains are saying like, you know what, we are infinitely scalable. We are very low fees and everything. Yes, you are infinitely scalable because you're very small, but you're not as big as Ethereum. So Ethereum is something which it's like Microsoft of blockchain. So it's completely a different story. So it's a fundamental play, and most of the NFTs are based on Ethereum. Almost all the smart contracts which is there in crypto industry is based on Ethereum. There is so many story behind Ethereum. I mean, it's really very big. It's huge. We cannot compare that with any other blockchains that is there today. So it's a very good fundamental play. At the same time, it's also a store of value, because there are two different types of people. One type of people are somebody who look Ethereum as a software stuff, clearly seeing it as a blockchain thing. There are another category of people like who are seeing it as a very good, investment opportunity, who want to just invest and keep their money there. Why they have so much of trust in Ethereum? It's because of what they have done so far. It's amazing. And the moment like Ethereum goes to proof of stake, because right now everybody is mining Ethereum, which is proof of work. And when it goes to proof of stake, lot more funds will be more, comfortable to buy it. Especially, I think Elon Musk will start to shill even about Ethereum a lot at that point of time, because he loves green energy and this electronic stuff and everything, like how he has seen this Tesla. So if he starts to shill about Ethereum, definitely it's going to have, more exposure than what it has now. Of course, Ethereum doesn't need Elon Musk, right? Ethereum doesn't need him. It can stand on its own. But if somebody is influencing it much more, it's always welcome. I'm a great supporter of Ethereum, by the way. I love Ethereum more than any other coins. I mean, like on the top 10 space. And there is also one more thing. All the funds before, they were buying only BTC. That's it. Only Bitcoins. They are not buying any other coin. They were not interested in buying any other coin. But right now they are adding a little bit of Ethereum whenever they are buying BTC also. So there is big interest there. But there was this London fork, which is also called as like EIP 1559 a few weeks ago. So what was this? This was about like bringing down the supply of Ethereum. And they were also anticipating the price of the transaction to go down, the gas fees. But did it happen? No, gas fees didn't go down. It went much more higher. Before, there were like few weeks when you could just make a transfer for $5, $3 or something. It was giving you a chance at least like once or twice in a month for a very, very low cost. Right now, it's impossible. It's impossible. I think like since the time EIP 1559 came, it was only 2 days ago or yesterday. The cheapest one, what I saw was like $20, I think, the transaction fees. That was the cheapest one after London 4 Capit. That's very, very, very expensive. So I think this problem is not sorted out. But still, I'm excited about one thing, that it is burning Ethereum, which is bringing down its circulating supply. But what is really necessary is to see that it's burning more than the number of coins which is minted every day. So if it's 10 Ethereum is coming out every day, and if 5 is getting burned, still there is inflation. So it's really of no use. And also, I don't know if everyone of you know it or not, that Ethereum doesn't have any maximum supply, which means like it's infinite. There can be infinite number of Ethereum which can exist. There is no like this hard cap on that one. Like in BCUBE, we have 50 million, which is like 49 million now, like after all these burns and everything that we did. So there is only 49. Like we just can't print more. We just can't mint more. That's it. That's it. Like what we have is that much, and it can go down, but it will never go up. In Bitcoin also, we have 21 million. In that one, I think like 1 million or something is with Satoshi Nakamoto, and who he is and like whether he's alive, nobody knows. So that is gone forever. So there are many such coins like which people have lost and gone forever. So it can never ever cross the 21 million mark at any point of time in life. But in case of Ethereum, it's not so, because it can have any number of coins, any number of coins. So what we all would love to see is that imagine if 10 Ethereum is minted every day, there should be 15 Ethereum which will be burning. So this will create deflation, which means like it becomes more scarce. But right now we are not seeing that happening. Right now we are seeing like minting is a bit more than how much it is burning. So that is something we need to watch out for in the coming months. It seems like in another 4 to 5 weeks, we will start to see this deflation. Some of the experts have written some articles on it, but we don't know. We have to see it. We have to watch, and we have to wait and watch to see this deflation to happen. So until that, we cannot expect anything. So Ethereum, as of now, like fundamental play, it's a store of value. It's looking very good. And also Ethereum 2.0 is coming. I don't know if I will be alive or not when it happens, but who knows, like maybe it can happen and maybe it will happen. So when it happens, definitely when any of the blockchain goes on POS, surely like the transaction fees goes down a little bit. Like we can see Tron, for example, which has very low fees, and even Binance Smart Chain, which has very low fees. So we can expect probably like Ethereum to follow the same thing. So it's looking very good there also. Coming to altcoins, I've always said that people have to be with quality coins, right? Always have quality coins. It doesn't matter whether we are in a bull market, bear market, or like a crypto winter, because previously in the crypto winter in 2018, many of the coins got locked. I mean, like my own personal investment, I had like Mana, which is a decentralized, like many other coins, like I got locked. But all the coins came to my price and even gave me profits also. But why? Because most of them, what I had was very good fundamental coin. But some of them I have, which will not come, which will never come, because they are shit coins. This is the example that I'm giving you, that like shit coins will always remain shit coins. They will never, ever give you money. It's like a temporary, it's like a temporary trend. It's like a trend of like 1 month or 2 months. And later on, you will not even know what they are doing, and they will not even exist, honestly. They will just disappear from the face of earth. So that's true with all the shit coins. That's why never, ever have shit coins. That's why when I was giving you the morning update also, I was giving you very good coins. which is having like good volumes, good visibility, good fundamentals. This is the first criteria for me to select any coin. Good fundamentals, like what the business, or what this particular company is making, and what are their products, and who are their customers, what kind of scalability they have. And this is what is extremely important, the fundamentals. And if fundamentals are good, then we can see other things also, like who is behind them, who is their investor, who is their big person behind this whole scene and everything. Based on this one, I was shilling a lot of coins. OMG, like Omisego, which I said, and ETC also I said. Why I said OMG and ETC? Because OMG and ETC have very high correlation with Ethereum. Whenever Ethereum goes up, ETC will definitely go up. Whenever ETC goes up, OMG will definitely go up. If you made this observation, then you will definitely know. If you compare the charts of OMG, ETC, and ETH, it's almost the same. I mean, like in the ETH trend, they've always outperformed. They've always performed just like how Ethereum is performing. So that's why it's very, very important. It's extremely important to watch sometimes the big coins, which is correlated with other assets. And I was also speaking about other coins, like I gave Avalanche, which went very, very good, very good. And there was DOT, which did very good also. And there were other kind of large cap coins that I was always referring to, like Litecoins and EOS and Tron and everything, because all these coins are also having huge correlation with BTC on the other side, because Tron, EOS, Avalanche, they have like very strong correlation with BTC. So when BTC is bullish, these coins will also be bullish. When BTC performs, these coins will also perform. So there is high correlation between these coins. And that's the reason like why I was speaking about these coins. Avalanche has already done extremely good. And I think like it will continue to do so. And other type of coin, like, like altcoins, like what we normally traded, like even they are doing very good. Some of the coins like that is yet to do well is like Graph, which we bought it in April and May, and we are still having it. Just have it because there are a lot of good news going to come for Graph. Because, just I will explain to you like why and what is the use case of Graph. For example, right now, we are planning to build strategies for decentralized exchanges. Okay. And I'm not speaking about DEX trading bot. DEX trading bot is the most simplest of the product that we are building now compared to what we are already experimenting with. We are trying to build like flash bots, flash loans, and other kind of like sophisticated stuff. But if we are building the models for centralized exchanges, like how we have built it now, all this coming soon bots, we have data available. There are analytics companies like whom we pay and they give us the data, like the historical data, on-chain analysis reports and everything. But if you want to build an infrastructure around decentralized exchanges, how will you get it? Who will give you that? Because now BCUBE prices, we are watching it on DEX tools, right? So DEX tools gives you some information, but not all the information. So how can you get all the information on DEX in order to build your strategies or make anything on that one? The answer is Graph. Graph gives you that because they give you all type of information that you need, whether to build your own sentiment analysis tools or to build your own strategies based on decentralized exchanges. They will give you all the tools that is necessary for you on DEX. So that's why the Graph is very, very important. And going forward, now we are seeing already like what's happening with centralized exchanges, right? We are watching it every day. Every single country is going after all the centralized exchanges now. Every single country now, at least in European Union, actually I don't know, like it's kind of like everybody's just playing football with this kind of big exchanges now. Like someone is kicking from the right, someone is kicking from the left. It's happening everywhere in European Union. It started, I think, like with the United Kingdom, then it spilled out to Netherlands, then it spilled to every place now. Now Netherlands really want to kick Binance out of their country completely. They want to completely Binance out of it. And right now, like what BCUBE is applying for, I mean, like in the process like of DASP license, the same license will be needed by Binance to operate as a broker. If they want to operate as a broker within France, maybe next it will be France who will tell them like, hey, you are operating illegally within my country. You need to get regulated. So there is a lot of regulation issues. The first thing. Second thing, did you hear recently like how many exchanges got hacked? It's happening almost every day. $80 million, $100 million, $200 million. There was a time actually in 2014, 2015, when they used to call like, someone hacked my exchange, but it was not really hacking. The founders were just taking the money and they were just saying like, oh, you know what, we got hacked. This is what they were doing back then. But right now it sounds like it's really a genuine hack. It's really a hack, which is happening. So all these problems exist. But if you're on decentralized exchange, and imagine, we will have a very, very good UX UI for decentralized exchange. And we will have same kind of infrastructure, like placing a limit order, by placing a, like a TP and placing SL, everything on a decentralized exchange. Who would like to use any centralized exchanges anymore? Honestly, nobody. And imagine like if they are building this kind of infrastructure on a very good blockchain, like a layer 2 scaling, it might be Polygon, it might be BSC, or it might be anything else like Avalanche or Solana or anything. The prices of transaction is so cheap that it's much more cheaper than centralized exchanges. Really, it's so cheap actually to trade on this kind of exchanges. So who wants centralized exchanges then? Nobody wants it then. We can all be on DEX. We can do the same thing on DEX. If they have same UX, UI, same features, same liquidity, same volume, same fees, definitely we will all go for DEX. So what I mean to say here is future is DEX. DEX is the future. And whenever people are asking me like, when Binance, when Moon, when KuCoin, when this, when that, and I'm saying like, when ban, when kick, doesn't make sense. Like future is DEX, because many projects who are on centralized exchanges, they added liquidity and they came to Uniswap. And after Uniswap, like they're going to different exchanges. I mean like decentralized exchanges. They're making a bridge to Polygon. They're making a bridge to Binance Smart Chain. They're making a bridge to Solana. They're making bridge to so many other protocols, which is very amazing. But nobody is going other way around. Though those times are gone actually. Nowadays, like even some of the very big exchanges also, the trust deficit is very low with people now, because there is a lot of other kind of problems and questions people have also, like how they process our personal data. We have GDPR here in Europe, but who knows who is completely compliant with GDPR? We don't know. And there are like some other fears, like who is getting access to your data on this platform. So many things are there. And that is the reason like why I always tell you that DEX is the future. And when I say DEX is the future, the people who benefited from this one will be Uniswap, will be 1inch, will be Graph, and projects like Covalent. And these kind of projects like which is directly linked with DeFi, directly linked with DEX. This will be the major beneficiary of this big revolution, what we are saying on decentralized exchanges. That's why always like buy this type of tokens and keep it. I have added a lot of 1inch, even recently when it was at the low price. I'm not going to sell it at all, like at least for a couple of years, because I know what is the potential of this particular coin. It can be the next Matic. It can be the next Uniswap. It will go there. I mean, like in terms of price increase, it will definitely go there. There is no doubt about that. So buy all these things and keep it with you. We will not lose any money in this kind of things. And if we are saying like any other top 10 currencies, yeah, I would also like to, like look at Bitcoin Cash, because Bitcoin Cash also has very high correlation with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has moved up a lot, but every time in every bull run, we will see like few days when this Bitcoin Cash moves up a lot. I mean, like it suddenly moves up 20%, 30% from nowhere. Absolutely. It does it all the time. So that is something which can be interesting to see. In top 10, I think like for this year, Polkadot is a amazing investment. Again, people were asking me about Chainlink. Chainlink, of course, I like Chainlink. There is no problem with Chainlink. It's one of the best Oracle's project. There are some competitors like Band and other kind of projects, but still Chainlink is the leader in that one. Even BCUBE is using Chainlink. We are using Chainlink to know the prices of the currency like in the real time. So Chainlink is very, very good. Of course, it's very nice. Yeah, among the top 20, I think like Stellar Lumens has not made any good movement so far, but it can make. Because imagine last time when it went to 87 cents, that was the all-time high. I mean, like in March, April. I think it's at 37 cents right now. It always makes some good movement in the bull run, which has not made, I'm not seeing it doing it this time in the same way. So maybe it can do like that anytime. So definitely, yes, like that is something like which you can keep in your mind. But if you're asking me a multi-bagger among the big coins, big coins, I mean like among the top 20, top 30 coins, I would definitely say FTX exchange native token, which is called as FTT. FTT is very good because they, like it's a kind of like it's something like Germany for refugees. It's like all the refugees are now going from Binance to FTX now. All the people. It's having the highest immigrant flow from Binance than any other exchange. Trust me, because I think like they are absolutely credible, and exchange is very, very good. Even when we were trying to build our APIs on FTX, we didn't have any problem actually. Everything was very well defined. I mean, like in their docs. And even technically also, it was very, very smooth for us. We could complete in 2 days. But when it comes to other exchanges, it's not so user-friendly at all, honestly. It's very, very complicated making it. So FTX is something like which I really, really shill once again. Probably you can see like, like 200 levels or something like that in next few years actually. And it can beat even Binance in terms of price. Binance, again, like that is also one of my favorite coin because of fundamentals once again. But right now, I think like they are actually shutting down some of their businesses in some countries. So maybe their influence will slightly go down and people will go to other exchanges, namely FTX. And if they feel good there and if they are fine there, like then they would not like to come back to other exchanges. Once you feel comfortable with an infrastructure environment, and once you get comfortable with an ecosystem, you would not like to change it for nothing. It's not like, okay, like you got the old one and you will come back again. It's like a relationship. When you get a new girlfriend, you start to think about the old one, right? You can keep thinking, there is no problem, but that is on a side business. But your main business and main focus will be something what you have got now and not what you lost before. So FTX is something that I'm really bullish on. Definitely, absolutely. And EGLD also, like it's very good because soon they will be releasing their smart contracts, and again a very excellent team. They have delivered a lot, and one of our angel investors, he's also having venture capital fund. They invested in EGLD when they had just concept on paper, absolutely concept on paper. They didn't have anything. And from them, like I know what they have built is like really very amazing, and that's going to be very, very attractive. And coming to the space, I think when BTC a little bit settles down from where it is now, and when it reaches like 50,000 and later on it will start to relax a little bit, I think DeFi will again get very hot. I mean, like the space of DeFi, it's going to get very, very hot. So Aave will again, we will see some big moments in Aave protocol. Some other, like DeFi's, like we will see very, very good moment there. Kava is also one of the DeFi project. So Kava is also good. Many other DeFi's, like which is there in today's market, like we will see very, very good moment there. Apart from that, NFTs, of course, they will make good moves. But if you ask me, like, am I a fan of NFT? No, not now also, because I have my same opinion about it. I don't really see the meaning of NFTs, to be honest. I don't know. Like, maybe some people like it, maybe there is some use case, but you can live without that. That's not something amazing. But DeFi is something really very amazing. A lot of things can be done on DeFi. Especially, I was having discussion with some of our advisors who are very big names in DeFi space. The way they were explaining and the opportunity that you have really in the DeFi, it's too big. It's too big. It's $1 trillion industry, to be honest, because it's like, you can forget your traditional banking or financial world, and the same thing you can see it on blockchain in a decentralized way, with much more benefits and with much more safety. So that's why DeFi is something like which is going to be very, very big. It's nothing because it's just 1 year old. Last year only we saw this big boom of DeFi, and 2021 was a year of NFTs. So it's nothing. It's just beginning now. It's just beginning now. There are some, like, problems which will be fixed, but after all these things are fine, then we will see really, really, really big movements in DeFi space. Again, I'm very bullish about DeFi. We saw one of the biggest hacks of $600 million on Poly network. If you remember that one, it was the biggest hack which has ever happened on the blockchain. But the person who actually hacked is a comedian to me. He's a stand-up comedian, or he's a joker. You know why? Because he was so smart enough to actually hack it, but he didn't know how to move the money. He was going on Reddit, pleading people to help him in return for money, like how to cash it out. He ate too much than what he could actually digest. And he was pleading, and it was so funny, like the way he was pleading, and he was like really complimenting, congratulating people who were trying to like tell him something. He didn't have any idea actually like what he will do with that type of money and how he will even convert that type of money. And what happened? He gave almost all the money back, and now like little bit money he is having. And and the promoter of this project is even offering him chief security officer. Now, if he accepts to this officer, which will prove that like this guy is really an idiot, really a stupid, because in no way he will escape the punishment from the law, because he hacked and he is a criminal. And if he was a red, like if he's a white hat hacker, like how he's claiming to be, then he would have given all the money by now. And maybe this hack was just to show them like their vulnerability, but he's not doing that. He's keeping the money, like in his own wallet, and he's not transferring anything. He's just confused. He's just confused. So I don't really feel that these type of incidences will give any good name to DeFi. I mean, like in DeFi, there is only one risk, that no matter how much you spend on, like this kind of auditing of your smart contracts from whomever it might be, but if there is one small loophole somewhere, that can always be hacked. But at the same time, like this kind of incidences will not happen every day. It will not happen every now and then, but it can happen. It can happen. That is one of the problems in this DeFi industry. But again, in banking also it can happen. It happened also. It happened like in US subprime crisis. A lot of banks, like went bankrupt. People didn't have any money in their account suddenly, and what you can get is nothing actually. Because I have some friends like in Cyprus. They have origins from Russia. Actually, they were all millionaires. And when Cyprus actually almost went to bankruptcy because of some banks, they lost all their money, and they got only this European Union insurance of 100,000 euros. But they had like millions of euros in their bank account, and they didn't get that. They just got this protection money, which they call as, what is that? Insurance money from European Union. That's it. So such things can happen, and we can lose money even in banks also. So it is all a possibility. We have seen how it happened in Greece, how it happened in Cyprus. how it happened in United States. So it can always happen. But in DeFi, you own your assets. You have your assets in your wallet. If you're not the owner of your coins, then you don't have it. So that's why this custody is very, very, very important. It's extremely important. So that's where we get benefited in DeFi, especially. So this is about like a very short review on all these tokens and all these coins that we have, our favorite ones. And now I will be slightly going towards the questions concerning the staking part of the tokens and getting the bots. Any questions that you have, go ahead and shoot. I'll be happy to answer to your questions.
Guru, hi.
Hi, Katie. Go ahead.
And hi, everybody else. Would you just kind of explain how, I know we've talked about it in the Telegram loads of times, but just kind of give a once through so that we can kind of get a handle on it, and then we can ask some questions maybe. Would that be okay?
Sure, definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
Guru, can I ask what's probably a really rookie question?
Please.
You know, you have 25 million tokens in supply and circulation and 25 million to be burned. Where are those 25 million to be burned kept? Are they in supply and they'll be bought back? Or because if I look at the release of the tokens, there's 25 million that have been sold or issued. Where are the other 25 million?
Okay, other 25 million is with the team. I mean, like it's for different purposes. Like
Right.
there is 10% with the team, not 10%. I mean, like you are asking, like 50% is sold. I mean, like there was 50 million totally.
Yep.
In that 50 million, 50% was sold.
Right.
Another 50%, which is like 2.5 million, 25 million tokens, was with the team. I mean, in this one, there will be BCUBE development tokens, and there will be reserve funds, like adding liquidity, paying APRs, for example, on MantraDAO or something, and the tokens for the team, tokens for the advisors, and all these things. This is another 50% of the tokens. So it is in the team wallet, actually.
Okay. And they're the ones that will be burned ultimately.
No. But burning is like buying back from the market and burning it. So we will purchase it from the market, like just like everybody else on the MetaMask wallet.
Right.
And then that
okay. Understood now. Thank you.
Perfect. And actually, even burning also, to add a little bit more, there are different types of burning. There is one address by name 0x00000, something like that. Normally, people just send the tokens to that wallet, and it's gone forever, because that's a kind of wallet where nobody knows the private keys. So even crypto.com, when they burnt like $1 billion worth of their crypto tokens, they just sent the tokens to this particular thing. But we didn't do it that way. But we ran a script actually to burn the tokens, because we had this burn option on the token, like when we generated the tokens, so which can be burnt. So if we had this option, then we can burn the token. So what we are doing is like we're destroying these codes completely. So this is how we are burning it. We are not sending it to any 0x or this kind of things. We are just actually disappearing it from the code itself. We are burning that one.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm reading the chats now. I don't have a cam, so you have to take my face in our personal meeting. Gabriel, I remember your face very well. I will remember your face like how it was last time, 15 days ago. Some flexibility to switch bots at any time. That's awesome. The flexibility to switch bots at any time. Yes, absolutely. You can switch bots at any time you want. I mean, like for the first 10 days, you can use ETH scalp bot. Another 3 days, you can use BTC scalp bot. Another 2 days, you can use like BNB bot. And rest of the days, you can use XRP also. It's totally left to you. You can select whatever you want.
Can I ask a question, Guru?
Yeah, please, Katie, go ahead.
Okay, so I bought in the public sale
Hmm.
at the 60 cent. Okay, I didn't buy that many, just enough to get me a bot basically. And in the meantime, I've bought quite a bit more BCUBE. So I have all the majority of it obviously stake on Mantra DAO. So when is the right time to actually take it off Mantra DAO and then start staking? Because it's 8 days, isn't it? There's an 8-day period, I think, there.
Correct.
So when is the best time for that? With my 60 cent, I know there was some, obviously it was the price of $1,000, right? Something. I'm not 100% sure. I know we've talked about it on Telegram a million times, but if you could just talk about that, just to give me a bit of clarity on it, that'd be great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for question.
Okay.
So, actually currently, as I said, like we are testing the, staking feature. We will take a little bit more time. And just before we are actually launching it, like 1 week or 10 days before, we will let everybody know that they can unstake the tokens now on Mantra DAO and like bring back your tokens in your wallet. And you will have to stake on our smart contracts. So we will let you know well in advance so that everybody will have enough time. Right now, what we want to do is like we are testing it. I mean, like with all these conditions that I spoke about, the smart contracts and how it is interacting with the bots. Next thing is like recently, a few days ago, our corporate account got approved on Binance, which means like corporate account for BCUBE actually. So we can have like n number of sub accounts on that one. So we will have like one sub account for every one of our bot, and we are putting some money there so that like we will have a track record of all the trades that is happening. So in this way, like we would like to test it with this staking thing for some more time with our own money, like how it's working in a real trading environment, and whether we are able to switch the bots and whether we can do all these things, and what happens like if the balance comes down, and all these different permutations and combinations, so that like people will not have this problem. And if we spot any bug during the real trading, then we can try to fix it. So we will have some time. So this will happen. And after that one, we will like start to use it personally for about like 1 week or something. That is the time when we will inform everybody like, okay guys, unstake all the tokens and get ready, because our staking contract is ready now and you will be able to start your bot. So we will let you know well in advance so that you will have that 8 days or 10 days also if it's needed. Then we will start the things.
Okay, thank you for that, Guru.
Yeah.
So I have, just enough. I think it was like 1,600 or 1,680 BCUBE at 60 cent, but I've got a lot more in BCUBE since then. So when I'm staking that, how do you separate the 60 cent ones from the ones I bought in the meantime, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like for the staking, actually, we are not taking the price at which it was bought. For the staking, we are taking the live prices. But in case, if you would like to, let me say like pay for additional bots, because let me just give you an example. Like you want one bot, so you will stake $1,000 worth of BCUBE tokens, and this $1,000 is based on the current prices, not based on the price at which it was bought. Okay, and so you got one bot for free now because you staked $1,000 worth of tokens, which is priced as of today. And if you want to buy additional bot, the second bot, then you can pay using BCUBE tokens. And when you're paying using BCUBE tokens, we will take 60 cents as the reference.
Okay.
Yeah, it may be 13 cents, it may be 15 cents. It doesn't matter. We will accept the same price what you have paid during the ICO. Okay. It's the same price. But if it becomes 65 cents, no, you will pay the market price. But as long as it stays below your price, I mean like 60 cents, yes, you will pay only, for example, 60 cents. There is also another situation. Imagine like you bought first round at 4 cents. I mean like at the a seed round, which you didn't. But just imagine hypothetically that you bought it there and you again bought it at 15 cents. You again bought it at 20 cents and you again bought it at 60 cents. Still, we are giving you the reference of 60 cents only. The highest price what you have bought, that will be the reference. So even if you had bought at 20 cents or 15 cents before, it doesn't matter. We will consider it as 60 cents, provided you are paying using BCUBE tokens. And whatever payment that we will receive in BCubes directly, whatever, any amount of token, which will be immediately burned at the end of the month, completely, totally.
And so would you automatically know then with the 60 cents? I mean, can you see that, or do I have to say, this is what this is the 60 cent part, or?
No. It's absolutely automated. Okay. You have to use the same wallet that you have used during the token sale. This is the condition actually. You might have bought it 60 cents, but if you're using some other wallet, no, you will have to pay the current price. If you're bought at 60 cents, but you are using the same wallet that you used for buying the tokens at 60 cents, then we will accept it at 60 cents only, irrespective of the prices in the market.
Perfect. That's just what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks, man.
Welcome. Any feedback on Toke Mark XYZ? It's a decentralized liquidity providing market making protocol designed to create efficient, sustainable liquidity across DeFi. Pokemon native token serve system. No, I've not heard of it, but I will definitely make some research on that. Will there be a graph on BCUBE website in your personal space to see how the bot is behaving? Why I ask is because of below. I don't know exactly how to check if the amount of crypto and my Binance account is going higher or lower because of BTC itself or the bot. Look, first of all, the answer is like, stop looking at Binance. Okay. Binance way of reporting, it's very confusing. And actually because of their sins, we are paying the price. It's like Jesus paid the sins of the sins done by the people, right? So it's like we are feeling like Jesus. Don't see that Binance graph at all. How you can see is very, very simple. If you have put one Bitcoin into Altbot, see if it became 1.5 or it became 0.5. That's the only way to see it. And if you're using USDT bot, if you have 10,000 USDT, then see whether it became 15,000 USDT or 8,000 USDT. That's the only way to see it. This is the way I see myself personally also. So there can be no other way actually in which you can see and understand. This is the only way in which you can see it. So here it is absolutely clear. Like whether something made you money or not, but it's definitely not because of the graphs that Binance is showing. Don't see that. It's very misleading. Binance stops futures trading in Europe. Can you already say when the new bots will run on FTX? No, almost immediately, I think. Once we have it, like once we have on Binance futures, for example, within 1 week or within 10 days maximum, we will be having on FTX also. We will support FTX within 10 days. Binance stops or winds down, like leverage went from, leverage went from 100x to 20x, but they might be stopping also the futures trading. That's true. Imagine someone finding a private key to match 0x account. Not sure if that's technically possible. Well, there are quantum computers actually, which is coming up, which can be, a threat to this one. That's why there is now quantum computing resistant blockchains, which is coming up, which will not be possible by even quantum computers. But as of now, I think Ethereum is not quantum computer resistant. So it's possible. It's possible. But still, you will not be able to cash it out because they know this wallet address very, very well, which will be there on their, their tracking alert list for every single exchange. So the moment some coins are coming from this address, they will block it immediately. And they will know like it's been a hack. So that's how they will know it and they will stop it there itself. So chances of someone cashing it out doesn't exist. But if your question is like, can it be hackable? Maybe with some quantum computers, yes. But only Google has claimed so far to have a quantum computer. We don't know, but if they have it really or not. Will be a class about how to choose bots depending on the market conditions. I think we will have a lot of tools, but I don't have the knowledge how to use it. For example, is bear market the altcoin bot better 0% risk trades or even turn it or right? Well, actually, we are going through DSP regulations and we are not supposed to give any kind of financial advice. And this answer, like it's more or less like giving a financial advice. So I would not risk myself. But what I say is like, my own settings, I can speak about it. I never disabled, high risk, low risk, or medium risk. I never ever did that, and I will not do it also. If it is a very bad market, probably I will give 3% to high risk signals, and probably a little bit more to medium risk and a little bit more to low risk. But I will never put zero anything, because the problem is like, if we work like for a few days in a hedge fund, you will understand that there are high risk strategies also. It will not be switched off because the market condition is wrong. That is not a good strategy, because there should be a very, very well balanced portfolio, which should have a lot of different aspects in the portfolio. So disabling something, you will become disabled one day. So that's how it works. So don't disable anything. Like if you're just asking me like how I am doing it, I never disabled anything. Of course, there was a big drawdown. I know it because I faced it also. Like in June, yes, there was a big drawdown because the whole markets were down. But you have to see one more thing. When there is a drawdown, you have to compare it with the market. Bitcoin fell down almost like how much? 60, 70%. At the same time, altpot fell down by 23, 24%. So even in that way, actually, it beat the drawdowns of Bitcoin. That is important, because we have to compare, and we all need to have a benchmark for everything. Without benchmark, there is no investments, there is no asset management. You have to compare this one with something at least. So if you see the drawdown of Bitcoin, then altpot didn't have that much of a drawdown. That's why you need to allocate some percentages to high risk also. This is my personal opinion, and I have never turned off any risk profile myself. Not then, not now. And especially when markets started to get better in July, I think like in 20th of July, I increased my allocation to high risk at 10%. So this is how I have done it personally. So if you want to like follow like what I'm doing, you can do it. Otherwise, like you can do something which is comfortable to you. Which bot to choose? Well, once again, like it constitutes to asset management or like like wealth advisory. Look, all bots are good. I mean, like if you're speaking about the future bots, they're fine. They're all having like different aspects. Like some are trend following, some are mean reverting. Depends on the strategy. But you can select any bot which is doing good. I mean, like which has done. I mean, like in the past 3 months, like we had only ETH and BTC. Yes, correct. Only recently we had this BNB and XRP. So you have seen how BTC and ETH bots performed in these volatile times, and they really performed well in this type of volatile markets also. So select a bot and stay with that one and properly diversify it. Just having one bot is not a good strategy, because I've seen people saying like, I want only ETH scalp bot one, and I will put everything into that and not into that one. Look, it's doing good now, but maybe that performance might not be there always like that. There might be some other bots like which will be doing much better than that one. So then you should not put all your money into some other bot, because the moment you do that, then the old bot will start to do well. You will again come back. So this is a never ending trap. What you have to do is proper diversification. This is what I do also. I spread my own investment, because I personally will be using at least 6 bots. This is what I'm thinking, because I want a mix of intraday, scalp, and also like positional trades, because this one balances my risk very, very well. Positional is something like which is always based on longer time frames. Intraday is based on like a little bit on a daily chart or something. but scalp is more based on like 4 hours or less than that of candles. So you should have a balanced portfolio. So observe this kind of time frames, observe this kind of performances during the last months when live trading was going on. Then you will come to a conclusion. Then whatever I'm making, I will share it with you also. And you can follow it, or like you can take a call on it later on. First point is training to choose the bot, and second to learn how to make percentage setting depending on the market conditions. I answered this question. We have if we have the credit card payment automatic every month, we need to stop it after the staking starts, right? Of course, absolutely. You should stop, and like you should stop all the credit card payments, recurring payments as soon as like you would start with the staking things, because there will not be any more payments after that one. So it will be simply like staking and using the bots. Interesting. Didn't know about that possible quantum computer threat. Absolutely, it's possible. What about tokens that are still under vesting or haven't been claimed from the dashboard yet? Will those count towards staking tiers? I think some time ago you said it may be possible. Well, like actually the tokens which is there right now is on the ICO smart contract, but the staking is not the same thing, because it's a staking smart contract. So it's a different smart contract. So you will have to claim your tokens and then send the tokens to the staking smart contract. If you have a lot of tokens, like where you can easily get like 4 bots or 5 bots or something, then remaining tokens, you keep it on MantraDAO and earn some APR, and other tokens like get more bots and make more money. So in any way, like you win, you make money, but it's always a trade-off. Split some money there and split some money here. Question for someone who is not a client yet, but if they have BCUBE tokens and now they create account for using free bots, how would you know the wallet address of that person? No, we don't need to know actually. We don't need a person to be a client itself. I mean, like the existing client. If a new person wants to come, it's very simple. They will have to sign up on our platform, buy enough BCUBE tokens on Uniswap, send it to our staking smart contract, and they will be able to actually use our bots. So it's a very simple process. Would there be an option to provide the wallet address on the UI of BCUBE? Yes, exactly. There will be a place. Of course, there will be an option to stake this one and unstake also. Just like how you are seeing on MantraDAO, like stake, unstake, you will see the same kind of UI on BCUBE also. Can I share a Python notebook with BCUBE community that helps showing the returns in BCUBE spot with BTC as well as performance indicators? Sure, definitely. You can do that. Question 2, for someone who is already a client, if they have already paid for the bot and at a later point, they have bought enough BCUBE tokens. Wait a minute. For someone who is already a client, okay, I got that. If they have already paid for the bot, okay, you already paid for it. And at a later point, they have bought enough BCUBE tokens for a free BCUBE bot. Would they get a notification to avail the free bot automatically? No, they will not get a free notification or anything as such, because they need to stake the tokens on the smart contract. If they are staking it, they know why they are staking it. They're staking it because they want a free bot. So they should know it. So there is no need for any automatic notification for that. They don't need to inform the team also. No, there is nothing like that. It's automatic. They have to just make it. Within the white paper, it mentions that tier 4 and 5 will be required for early access to advanced bots. Are the future bots considered advanced, or the advanced bots are a different beast that is yet to come? Well, some of the bots like what we have, some of the best performing bots, absolutely best performing bots, can be moved to tier 4 and tier 5 also. Not just that one. There will be some more decentralized exchanges bots which will be coming also. I mean, like the advanced bot that will also be moved to 4 or 5 tiers. But until January 1st, 2022, I mean, like this year, all the bots will be available for everybody. There will be no such thing as like for advanced tiers or lower tiers, or there is absolutely no such kind of division. Everything will be available for everyone. So this year, don't worry, just use whatever you feel like using it. We will come out with all these things next year. Okay. Yeah. Simon has a question on diversification. Yes, it's important to diversify actually, because one bot is good. Sometimes two bots are good also, but we never know like when market conditions changes, because if market is like really volatile, I mean like falling down, going up, falling down, then scalp bot is really good. It can perform well in that kind of situation because it catches the trend when it's going down, like it catches that downward trend, and when it starts to pump back, it will catch that upward trend also. But positional bot is something like which is good in a kind of like positively biased bull market and negatively biased bear market. It can be just one-sided, and it gets the things pretty early. I mean, like it makes the signal very early. The same thing with the intraday bot also, because it can make a decision in a short period of time very accurately. So they are different set of skills. They're all necessary. I mean, they are really necessary. So going all in one is not really a good strategy, because I've been a trader and an investment analyst myself. And at Morgan Stanley, I have seen how we exactly work with the money, because I was handling a desk where $50 million was there. I mean, like with our team. And we were not putting the money in just one single strategy, because there is a friend desk quant who will design the strategy for us, which we have to execute it. And there they will have like several different strategies. Like at least like we used to have like 1,000 strategies, but in that 1,000, like we were not using all the 1,000, but we were using at least like 50, 60 strategies at a time. It's very, very, very important. But the money what we are speaking is also very big there. And we will not be having that kind of money to have so many strategies here. But still, it's better to diversify. Diversification is always good. And there were like some other questions which was asked on Telegram also. So I will quickly go to Telegram and I will clear that question also. Otherwise, later on, they will come and they will ask again, and I will not be able to answer, and they will have the same questions. And Yasmin and others will be have to answer, and KD and Shimon, everybody. Okay. There was a question actually. Yes, this is a very common question which is always been asked. For staking, actually, what price reference will be taken? The price reference during the token sale, or price reference of the current price? For staking, only current price is the reference. If the price right now is like 20 cents, let me say, and if you want to reach tier 1, it's $1,000 divided by 20 cents. That is the number of tokens which you need to have, which is 5,000 tokens. So that's how it works. So it's not the price at which you have bought, it's the price at which it's trading right now. That is the staking concept. And another most common question. If you guys know like what is the common question they are asking always on Telegram, then you can just write it in the chat. I'm also looking at it. Yes, another common question what they are asking in Telegram chat is now we are staking $1,000 worth of tokens. What if the prices of BCUBE goes down? No, it's not that way. Imagine like now the price we will set every single month. We will set the price every single month. So imagine like 1st of September, the price is 20 cents. Then we will tell you 5,000 BCUBE tokens for, I mean like for the tier 1, for the tier 1. If the price of BCUBE tokens is 20 cents, then we are asking you to stake 5,000 BCUBE tokens. So if you have 5,000 BCUBE tokens, then you are getting tier 1 for the period until we change this one. So it's in terms of BCUBE tokens what we are asking you to stake. If it comes from 20 cents to 15 cents, you will not lose the access to the bot. It should be 5,000. If it becomes 4,999, you lost the bot. That's how it happens. So as long as you stake the number of tokens that we are asking you to stake for that particular tier, you will have the access to the bot. It's not going to fall out. Yeah, there is one more question, like to use BCUBE bots, I mean like ETH bot, should we need to have ETH? BTC bot, should we need to have BTC for that? BNB bot, should we need to have BNB for that? Yes and no, both, because it depends on your exchange. If you're trading on Binance, you just need to have USDT, because the trading pairs, I mean like the profit and loss settlement on Binance is in USDT. So whether you trade BTC bot or ETH bot or BNB bot or XRP bot or whatever bot it is, your PNL is settled in USDT. So if you're using Binance, you need to have USDT with you. But if you're using Bybit exchange, then you need to have ETH for ETH futures, BTC for BTC futures, XRP for XRP futures. You need to have the native token for trading in futures markets. If you're using the same BCUBE bots on FTX, then you can have any token as the collateral. Means like it can be ETH as the collateral, BTC as the collateral, or any stable coin as the collateral. But your PNL is settled in USD. Then you can do whatever you want with that USD. For example, if you're having one BTC in your FTX wallet, you get the exposure. Actually, we can trade in futures market. I mean, like we can trade with BNB USDT, XRP USDT, Solana USDT, or ETH USDT. We can trade on any USDT pairing, but whatever profit happens, your PNL is settled in USD. So it becomes a question of your choice now on which exchange you are running it. So if we are running it on Binance, the PNL is settled in USDT. If we are running the same thing on Bybit, it depends on which native token you would like to trade. If we are trading on FTX, the collateral can be anything, but your PNL is settled in USD. So it depends. It totally depends on that one. I'm currently using Altbot. Would I need another API key for new future bots, or just the existing API keys would be enough? I think existing API keys should be fine. If you have ticked this futures trading also on this one, futures and margin trading, I think it should be enough. It's okay. Could you please share more details on combining bots into a single package? For example, ETH. Yes, this is what I was speaking about. Yes, this is under consideration. I mean, like we need to run a lot of risk management related, like test. And only after this test, we will be able to tell you like how we will be able to bundle this one. Because this was just my idea, like which I discussed with my quant. It's like, instead of getting yourself a different bot, we will select the best performing bots ourselves. And then we will make it as a package, like a small pack. And you will just subscribe to that pack and it works on your account. So this was my idea. And I spoke to my quant and they said like they need to run some risk management test for this one, because we need to see what will be the drawdown and which will complement well with another one. There's a little bit of data science work also, because the way BNB works, it's not the way LTC works, or the way LTC works, it's not the same way like how ETH works. So there are like some differences between these type of assets, and we need to find that sweet spot so that we can bundle it as one single bot. So that is under consideration. We are working on it, but we will need like more confirmations and we will need like more testing before leaving it to the market. Because if we, if we just bring something unbaked product to the market, you will eat it, you will get the belly pain, we will get the belly pain, and all the things will come after that one, because we don't want anybody to suffer from diarrhea. We want everybody to be hale and healthy. That's the reason like why we want to run a lot of simulation tests on this one. First thing will be to run risk management test, and then we have to see like which will be a very optimized way to use it, which combination will be good, and then we will select it and we will make it as a one single bot. So that is totally possible, and that we are working on already. And yes, like there will also be one more thing by end of this year, like on the dashboard, imagine like you have qualification for going for 4 bots. And what you can do is like, you can select all the 4 bots that you need, and you can give allocation of your money based on your preference. You can give like 10% of your money to ETH scalp bot, 30% of your money to BTC scalp bot, 40% to BNB bot, and 20% to XRP bot. And this one you can change it every day if you want, like based on these things. Like if XRP gets a very good news, like SEC said like, oh, XRP, I love you, please marry me, these kind of things, then you can put like 90% of your money to XRP. And you can put like less money to other kind of bots. So you can allocate your funds for every single bot on the dashboard itself. This is under development right now, and we will be launching this one by end of this year, which will make it very, very easy, very user friendly. You can just allocate it like in just one single board. Would it be possible to have an allocation of trading like this, if possible, someone with a tier 1 does someone need to be tier 2 or able to do that? Also, could you please give us an estimated time of arrival if implementation of this kind of allocations? Yeah, it's all by end of this year. That is the best estimation what we can give, because we are not still getting developers. We're still struggling to get developers. And also it was vacation times now. So many of the interviews and everything has got postponed. And in probably like in September, everybody will get, like again, very active in professional stuff. And then after getting active also, we will have like, again, some more interviews, and they will have to put down their papers at their workplace because it's 1 month or 2 months notice they need to give. So there will be some things. So it's safe to assume by end of this year, we will have these features. Will we be able to get these bundles through staking tiers as well, or only by subscription? No, absolutely. You will get everything just with staking, just with staking tiers. You don't need to pay anything for that one extra. So even this bundled thing, also you will be able to get it. But people who don't have staking, they have to pay a lot for this one. That is for sure. They have to pay a lot for this. If this happens, I will marry SEC tool. Definitely you can marry them, but I'm worried about your diseases because SEC is full of diseases. So don't marry them. Sounds amazing. Looking forward to it. Great. Seems that select the best spots for the current market conditions require some knowledge. Eventually for newbies, will BCUBE be able to offer managing the funds with the best spots and change for the services? Currently, we are not, eligible to manage the funds ourselves. First step is to get DASP license. And once we get this one, then we can be a broker. For example, like Binance, we can buy and sell for clients, but we will not be able to manage the portfolio. For managing the portfolio, we will need alternative investment fund management license, which is also called as AIFM license, which we will be applying in 2023 Q4, which is there in the roadmap already. So at that point of time, we will be becoming a hedge fund and we will manage the funds ourselves, like with all these things. And you know what, like actually we want to shift our business mostly into that side, managing side, because that is, I think like that's less headache for us, because once Satoshi, it falls down and people are like, it fell down. And we are spending more energy actually wiping the tears of the people than concentrating on what product we are making. So actually, even in the hedge fund, like as I said, when I was managing $50 million worth of portfolio, sometimes the portfolio was down by 20%, 21% drawdowns. Yes, we were literally using like $10 million, sitting on $10 million of loss. But you know, clients are not calling us every day like, hey, what happened today? Like today it's down. Okay, if market is down, like they will not call us. If market is up, they don't call us, because Morgan Stanley doesn't give a shit about you. They don't take your phone and like answer to you every day. They're like, okay, you want it, you stay. Otherwise you go out. I don't care. It's like that. They do it. And at the end of the time, like they have all the tools, all the technology, they have all the quants and all the smart people in the world to rightly select it, to adjust it with the risk, and they give good returns at the end. So that's how fund management works. Like we cannot keep seeing the screen every day. Like we have to leave it for 1 year and then come back and see it, like how good the portfolio is. So managing is something like which is very good for us also. And that's why like now we are opening the sub accounts. We will run with our own money also with these new bots I'm speaking about. And then we will, we are already approached by some hedge funds, 3 hedge funds so far. So we will be also managing, like funds for them, like after getting DASP, like a broker, which we can do, but not for B2C. There is different regulations for that. But slowly, like we will move towards that hedge fund concept, like what we have. Can there be another webinar on using Binance futures like you did some months ago? Missed that one and it wasn't recorded. I think it could also be useful for new people so nobody messes up when using the upcoming bots. Actually, David, that was recorded and that is still available on YouTube. But in any case, like I will definitely do another session on Binance futures thing. And I can also make one more session on FTX futures or Bybit futures. These things, I know it very well because I played a lot on these platforms, on the phone, on the computer, in anything. So definitely, I can make one seminar like on one weekend. Definitely, that's totally possible. Let's say my dad would like to have one free bot by staking, but he does not have tokens yet. But I have 200,000 tokens right now. Can I just create a MetaMask wallet for him and send about 10,000 tokens at current market price? Then register for him account and verify his identity to avoid any abuse. So he can have one bot for free by staking those 10,000 tokens. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's possible. Absolutely. It's possible. You might have imagined like you have 1 million BCUBE tokens, right? At the current price, it's worth of like $200,000. Just I'm saying. So right now, like you can actually share it with any number of people, whomever you want. And then you can actually, they can use our bots. Absolutely. Just like you. The only condition is that they need to have that many number of BCUBE tokens, like what we are defining. And they should have actually, what is that, like signed up on our platform and linked their MetaMask wallet on our smart contract and deposited there. That's it. That's the only criteria. If you have done it, whoever it might be, they will be able to use it. But also like in another 2 or 3 months, because of DASP license, we are asked by the regulator to conduct a very strict KYC for all the clients who are using the bot. So we don't want to be in a situation like where Binance is today, but it seems like for getting DASP license and for other licenses that we are actually intending to get from the regulator, we need to have the complete KYC for everybody, which will be the same thing like what Binance is asking for verification now. We need to have this ready, it seems. So we still have time by end of this year, but we need to have it. That's why we are also hiring compliance officer now. We have interviewed few people and probably like we will have a compliance officer in another 1 month. So compliance officer will define our new compliance policies, which we have to abide by. That would also increase the holders. Yes, that would be amazing, like to have more holders. Awesome. I thought there had been no recording. I'll make sure to watch it then. Sure, you can watch it then, but be sure that I'm also making some more videos on Binance futures and FTX futures and other future platforms also, because my actually my dream is to have this BTC bot and ETH bot for you guys on Bybit exchange in the future, because you can accumulate more ETH for ETH. You can accumulate more BTC for BTC also at the same time. So it will be something good. And if you are like addicted to US dollars, then definitely you can go for FTX or Binance. That is completely possible. Also share some tokens with SEC to offer something for our match. We will have to leave. Sure, Simon. Nice having you, Simon. Bye-bye. It's very cool, much appreciated. Really curious, forward to Bybit versions. Definitely. Anyway, that's it from my side. And I think everybody asked the questions and everybody are very clear about the staking things. So if you have any more questions about the staking thing, please ask me. Please be sure like how it's happening. And just before winding up, like I would like to tell you about BitMEX also, because BitMEX is an exchange like where you can trade in BNB, you can trade in ETH, you can trade in BTC, you can trade in DOT, but your PNL is always settled in BTC. It's another strange type of exchange. You can trade in BNB or you can trade in ETH, but your PNL is settled in BTC. This is the only exchange which is like that. And it's like, for example, if I have to say BitMEX, the core currency is BTC and your PNL is settled in BTC in all the pairs. Bybit, your core currency depends on the currency that you are trading. It's ETH for ETH, BTC for BTC, XRP for XRP. And your PNL is also settled in the native token itself. Binance Futures. In Binance Futures, the base currency is USDT. Your PNL is also settled in USDT. In FTX, your core collateral can be anything. It can be BTC, it can be ETH, or it can be stablecoin. But you can trade in any future pairs, but your PNL is settled always in USD. So remember these things, and that should be enough. Okay, great. Once again, it was amazing talking to you all, and it's always my pleasure to speak to you all on Saturday afternoon. And thanks for coming, and thanks for making this time with me and making this occasion really very great for all of us. And thanks for all your questions, because these questions are not only questions to you guys, because there are a lot of people who have the same questions and I want them to have an answer. But the problem is like they should be here because you are all having something to do today. Today is Saturday afternoon. You all have something to do today. I know it personally. You have to pick up your children. You have to be with your spouse. You have to do something else. And some other guy might have to jerk. I don't know. It all depends on the person itself. Like they can do whatever they want to do. But still, you people are here, right? Because you have the genuine interest to ask questions, to know it, so that like we all like grow very wealthy together, right? That's the whole point of why we are here. Like we all make money together. We all have this universal brotherhood here. That's the way I see it. And that's the way you all guys see it. But there are some moon boys who don't come here. They don't watch the recording of the video also. Again and again, they are asking like, when moon, when Binance, when I go bald, when I will get haircut, why I'm so stinking. This is not the kind of questions like which is good, because all you guys also have to answer and clarify them. And again, I will also have to come there and do something. I am with my developer watching the codes or talking to them on Slack, because we use a lot of Slack, or someone is writing to me on LinkedIn. I'm writing a very good email, like in a very good flow. That flow gets broken because I got disturbed here, like distracted from this. And to go back to that flow again, I will need some more time to go back to that mood again, once again. So please watch this video for all those people who have not seen it, because almost all of your questions are answered here. If it's not answered, I'm really sorry. You can definitely ask us this question. I will be there to answer, or anybody else here will be there to answer. But before asking the question, please check this video out. That's what I would like to tell to everybody. Have a nice time. Have a nice weekend. We are all going to rock from here. In another 2 weeks, completely we will have the automatic version. And sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. Because trust me, I will tell you one thing before I'm ending this one. We are not like any other company who are providing the bots, because we have the technology and the mindset of a hedge fund. This is the same way like how it happens in the hedge fund. The same strategies are given to the retail people for the first time. All other people, they're just making some technical analysis based things, which works for some time. It doesn't work later on. But we are not doing the same thing. We are using machine learning. We are optimizing it every now and then. We are seeing the market conditions and situations. If some changes are needed, we are changing it. We are optimizing it almost every time when it is necessary. Once in a month, like we are sitting with our quant, we are discussing them. We are discussing the new strategy. We are giving the new roadmaps. Everything. It's done in a very professional way. It's done in a very serious way with the technological backing, which is not there in other kind of platforms. 3 commas is a chop shop. It's a street side restaurant, which is having a lot of cockroaches in that. But we don't have such thing because we have like everything in a very, very, very organized way. It's a very organized way. It's not a jungle, it's a garden. And if you allow the garden to go like the way it wants to go, then that becomes a jungle. This is not a forest, this is a garden. And that's why I'm so excited. Like in 2 weeks time, my portfolio is going to blow up a lot. And I'm selling 2 BTC at this point of time to keep all my money for my future spot. And I will run all the future spot for myself. So I'm really, really, really excited about this. There'll be more number of bots that will be coming. There'll be DeFi bots that will be coming. There'll be packaged bots that will be coming. There'll be so many things that will be coming going forward. So future is absolutely bright for all the BCUBians. And this feature of getting bots for absolutely free for staking has not been attempted by anybody, but we are doing it. And you know, like people who are paying 20 euros, 30 euros on those kind of chop shops, they will also come now, because imagine like they are paying on these platforms. I saw some of the bots, like which is claiming to be, you know, like something very good or something. It's like $100, $120 or something. And $100 they are paying there for 12 months, which will cost them $1,200, and they're not even profitable. So it doesn't make any sense. You can just stake here, do it. We all buy cryptos, we all buy tokens on Binance. Why? Because we are expecting the price to move up. It's an investment that we are making. So people are investing in BCUBE here. At the same time, they are getting the benefit of free bots. They're getting the benefit of APR. So it is not gone are those days when people had to pay money to get the bots. But now time is, you will get paid for using the bots. That is difference now. So BCUBE tokens is something which will pay you for just holding it. You will get APR, you will get free bots, and that free bots will work very hard on your money, on your hard-earned money, on my hard-earned money, and all of our hard-earned money, and it will double it. So this is where we are going towards. Our future is extremely bright, and with all you great people around me, like the way you support me every day, like the way you motivate me every day, this has become more personal to me, because it's not like, you know, oh, somebody is there, like they will use it. Like, it's not like, no, because it's very emotional to me. I mean, like everybody has to make money. And if somebody loses money, like, okay, this good friend of mine, like is losing money, like it doesn't give me a good feeling actually, because I can't go to sleep with this type of mindset. And that gives me a lot of peace. Like we are all together and we are discussing together, and like we are like a family here. So we will do amazing things going forward with you guys. Definitely it's going to happen with me. And having said this, now let's go and enjoy this weekend. And I wish you a very good weekend. See you all on Telegram. Have a nice day. Cheers and thumbs up for our launch. Bye-bye.